him gain another yard.
You blitz all night!
That's right, you blitz all night because you want to know why? It's draft day. And again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue. We'll bring you the best of New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. It's draft day, 8:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will turn on the screen, turn on the mic, and we're going to have some fun. We're going to have a good time with this draft party. We're going to give away some t-shirts. We're going to give away some Eli Manning 2011 replica Super Bowl rings. We're going to have some people on screen when the Giants pick at 5 and 7. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be a good time. 8:15 p.m. tonight, Eastern Standard Time. May jump on a little late earlier. Not later, earlier, but who knows? I don't know if we have any spots still available, but if you want to be on screen when the Giants draft at 5 and 7 with the rest of the Online Big Blue family, email me at tim@onlineBigBlue.com, tim@onlineBigBlue.com. Only 10. We can only have 10 on the screen, so I think I'm not sure if we're filled yet. But like I said, just give me a shout, and we'll try. Maybe we'll get some people in at 5. Maybe we'll get some people at 5 and 7. Maybe we'll do both. Maybe we'll alternate. I don't know, but it's going to be a lot of fun. I want to talk about the Giants right now because you know what? They're still debating today over the Daniel Jones 5th-year option. I don't know which I don't know what's their. I don't know what the debate's about. What's there to debate? Why do you need to have a discussion about this? You don't pick it up. $22.38 million, fully guaranteed on a 5th year. It's a cautionary tale. He has a semi-good year. He has a Jared Goff year. You're stuck with him for the 5th year for $22.38 million. It's not worth it. Jared Goff's not worth $22.38 million. Jared Goff had better stats on a bad Detroit Lions team than Daniel Jones did. I'd be shocked if the Giants touched that 5th-year option. Shocked. Someone asked me the other day, what players would you avoid in the first round? Someone said to me, you mentioned that you would be happy about this and you wouldn't be happy about this. And you said I said that there was potential players that would not make me happy if the Giants drafted in 5 or 7. And I was thinking about it. Players they got to stay away from. And the first one off the top of my head is the one that I see all the time is Jermaine Johnson out of Florida State, the edge. There's only one Jermaine, that's Jermaine Jackson. You give me what I like, high explosive dynamite, yeah, dynamite. Go look up that song. He's got bust written all over him, in my mind. In 12 games, he tallied, of course, 14 sacks, 53 tackles, 2 forced fumbles, 17 tackles for loss, 7 quarterbacks, 25 hurries. But if you actually watch him, he's got some issues. He's got some glaring. You have to put some shades on. The future's so bright, you got to wear shades, not in this case. He's got terrible handwork. He doesn't know where to put his hands. He's got terrible technique. He's got a lot of power. And he got a lot of power in his hands, but he's got god-awful technique. He doesn't have a lot of moves. You know what it reminds me of? He does not have the moves. He does not have the arsenal of moves. And you know what? It reminds me of O'Shane Ximines out of Old Dominion. I was pumped when they drafted O'Shane because he looked good in college. He looked like a guy that if he worked hard and worked properly, he could develop some other moves. He only had really one move in college. And still got him 10.5 sacks that last year. But he never progressed. He never moved forward. Sorry, I had to move down for a second. And I think that Jermaine Johnson is going to be the exact same way. And to take him at 5 or 7 is going to be a humongous waste. The other guy, I keep looking at people saying that if he doesn't go first overall, which I don't think he's going to go first overall, is Trayvon Walker. Trayvon Walker is Mike Mamula. Yeah, he's got a huge upside. He's got a huge upside. Great potential. 6'5", 272 pounds. People will talk about his 40-yard dash and all of his other runnings and things at the camp and combines and everything else. We'll talk about that. They'll talk about his measurables. But again, he's a guy you can't take at 5. There's other edge rushers in this draft that really are far and above him. He's not a speed guy. He's a bull rusher. He's a power guy. And I think that he's going to be less consistent in the pros because there are Lots of strong guys, lots of strong offensive linemen that can match his strength. It's not like we've said it before. It's not like at Georgia, he's playing Sister Mary with the poor. Even a bad Detroit Lions team is going to have good players on it. I've said before I would stay away from the sauce. That's just my opinion. Too handsy, too grabby, too Eli Apple-esque. I point to the Houston game if you want a good example of how this kid just doesn't know how to let go. It's Eli. It's honestly, if you look at it, people are like, if you watch the film between the two, there's a big difference. No, not really. Go back and watch Eli Apple's film at Ohio State, and then go watch some of Sauce Gardner's film, and then tell me if there's a tremendous difference. The tremendous difference is he's too handsy. Handsy. Keep your hands off me. Now, the other question is, were there players that I would really love besides Malik Willis? Bring in the boom! Are there players besides Malik Willis that I would sit there and I would do a Homer Simpson and drool over? You know, I can't say there's players that I would drool over. I can't. There's players that I would be very excited about. I think is a good way to put it. I wouldn't be upset about. I think is another way to put it. And I think that's the best way to. I think that's the best way to put it, because, like I said, there's a lot of things in this draft the Giants could do that I would like. I mean, if Neal dropped to 5, I'd be ecstatic if Neal was sitting there at 5 and we don't take Willis. I'm staying away from Charles Cross. I laughed because my buddy told me the Giants are going to do something surprising at 5, and everyone's talking about Garrett Wilson now. Now everyone's got Giants mocked Garrett Wilson at 7. A lot of people say he's a Stephon Diggs type guy. I wouldn't be upset about Garrett Wilson. Wouldn't be crushed about it. At 7, at 5, at 7 again. If we did go wide receiver, I wouldn't be crazy upset about Drake London. I don't think Kayvon Thibodeau is going to fall all the way, but I would like Kayvon Thibodeau as well. I mentioned that. I like Stingley over Sauce. You just have to overlook the injuries. Hell, I could even see Jordan Davis fitting into the Wink system like a glove. You would have to figure out what to do with Dexter Lawrence and Leonard Williams, because they're basically
King of the almost sack.
They're basically the same player. So, I mean, there's a lot of things, like I said, that I like Devin Lloyd at 7. I mean, there's only a few things I think the Giants could do that would piss me off. Just a few. Just a couple. And it's really going to break down what happens at the top of the draft, how this draft is going to roll down. How this draft is going to move down. That's going to be the big question mark. How does this draft progress? You got some people mocking Malik all the way down to the 32nd pick. I don't see that happen. I don't see Malik dropping down to 32. I don't think he's going to get Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh will end up taking him at 20. You got a shot at the Saints taking him at 16. Hell, I worry about the Eagles taking him at 15. You got to worry about the Texans taking him at 13. You got to worry about Washington even at 11. You got Seattle at 10. You got Atlanta at 8. There's too many quarterbacks. You got Carolina at 6. You got the Texans, and you got Texans at 3 and Detroit at 2. There's just too many There's just too many things for him to drop down that far. But I think at the end of the day, like I said, there's only a couple things that the Giants, I feel, can do wrong in this draft, and I don't think they're going to do wrong. I do think that Shane is going to be the right guy for this draft. I think Shane's going to understand, and I think it's just a way. You know, I think it's going to be a fun night. It's going to be a fun day, fun night. Be there at 8. Well, I said 8:15. I'm probably going to start a little earlier, but I said 8:15 because I got to get everything warmed up. We're going to go probably till the end of the end of the first round. I don't know yet because we're going to see if the Giants trade back in or something, but we'll see. We'll see how far we go. We're definitely going to all the Giant picks, but then I'm kind of curious going through like 15 or 16. So we'll see how long we roll this draft out. Again, if you want to try to be on screen with the Giants draft at 5 and 7, email me at tim@onlinebigbblue.com. That's tim@onlinebigblue.com. Like I said, we're going to give away some t-shirts. We're going to give away a couple of Eli Manning 2011 replica Super Bowl rings. It's going to be fun. Be there. Be square. And again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best of New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. And as always, if you could like, maybe subscribe. If you're in that big thing, what it means, that'd be awesome.